Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, February 27th. We are looking at Window Traders market profile of the ES and SPY. So I had to leave early today. I had to leave at 1:30. Just got back. See that we ended up turning into a very nice B shape for long liquidation. Market got a little bit ahead of itself when they gapped higher once again, especially that pre-market pump up. Only to come back and fill the gap late in the day in M period. So ES and SPY fill their gap in the last half hour of trading as they have a price probe. The righty filled their gap in L, but they also price probed. Now, NQ never filled the gap. They did price probe, but they never filled the gap. So they still hold their gap from today. We do put the daily back into balance. So we have an afternoon rally high in NQ, and they have an 8 wide POC only, and they probed, and they hold their gap. Righty goes out 9 wide, afternoon rally high in J with a price probe. SPY and ES go out only 8 wide, afternoon rally high in J. I'm going to use L's low as the base of the price probe because kind of a relevant area where it was right above where the gap filled. So we'll see tomorrow morning if we're below that, if there's sellers there, as opposed to where there were buyers there most of the day today. I had a decent day today prior to leaving. A lot of it was from the long side. So here's again. This is our 21st gap out of 30, 37, 38 trading days. That's just unheard of. That's number one. Then we attempt to go trend up for like the 24th time this year. Fail. Then we attempt to go trend down briefly in E period. Failed. I'm not sure if they attempted to go trend in L or not. I wasn't here. But gaps and trend days have ultimately failed for the most part this year. It really is amazing. We take out the overnight high, but we only take out the IB low in the ES and SPY. No real, again, there's no continuation to this market. Gap higher, go higher in B, and then just fail. So it's really interesting how we're not getting the follow through, what the market starts off doing usually in the morning. I did take a short this morning to front run the overnight high, which worked out nicely in A period the first time. And then I started looking for longs in both A and B period because the market was holding the gap. You had the ebb and flow trade above the opening. So I was long 2 lots in A. I was long 3 lots in B. I was actually long in C period, 3 lots also, before we took out B's low and did well. So I did okay on the long side. I did take a loss in D on a 1 lot long when I didn't think we would have single prints, but it came down further than I thought. I didn't think we'd have another set. Took a loss on that, but then again, later in D period, took a long to make money on that. Actually took a short in E thinking we would go fill the gap. Didn't look like it was going to, obviously didn't happen in E period. I took that off for a couple of point loss. And then again, I went long in E saying, okay, I guess if we're not going to fill the gap, I don't expect to have single prints. So I did okay on that. And that was it because then I had to leave after that. J period turned out to be a pretty nice afternoon rally high here on this B shape. And then we rolled over and filled out the B shape very, very nicely. So the market is down on the weekly. It's up on the monthly. And it's 5-day balance for me on the daily right now. Volume was average today. As far as destinations for SPY's upside, I'm going to use the price probe, like I said, L's low 397.19. J's afternoon rally high of 399.51 and the day's high of 401.29. For the downside, we have today's low of 396.75. Then we don't have anything to 395.40, which was 10 wide on the 24th. And then we should have the other ones from Friday. For the ES, today's downside is 78.50. And then again, you should have the downside ones we gave on Friday. And on the upside, we're going to use the price probe of 83, afternoon rally high of 06.50, and then today's high of 24.75. And then let's go to the chart. Volume again was average today, 80 million, with the after hours still to come. So here's the monthly. We have 1 day to go in the month. Now it's again not a really strong finish to the month. We're $8 right now below where we closed. We're $10 below the last month's high, which was the inside month up. But we're still up. So you still have to give the buyers their due on the monthly. We're still up. The weekly is definitely down. Okay, we tested that trend line last week. So far this week we're above it. We'll see how that transpires as the week goes on. There's not a lot out this week. So the market should either stay in a range until it decides to break out of it, or hopefully it trades on its own with some pretty good volume and range without any news events to set these algos off. Now, one thing that happened today late in the day in SPY and M period, we traded right below the 50-day moving average by about 3 cents and snapped right above it by $1. So they bounced off the 50 today the first time. Now, again, I'm encompassing this whole thing as my balance. Okay, I'm using the 21st high as the top of it. I'm using Friday's low as the bottom of the balance. So even if we make a new low tomorrow, if we take out today's low, we're not coming out of balance yet. And the same thing if we take out today's high, right? You'd have to take out this high or this low to come out of balance. So the market's still searching for some answers here as we are about to close the month of February tomorrow. Thank you for the likes and subscribing. I hope you had a good day trading, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.